screen actors. This video is all about the power of the pause. You're going to learn how to use it and why you should use it to make your work more magnetic, full of dramatic tension when you're on screen. I'm Louis DeBianco, and this is my channel, Screen Acting Success. This is where you come every Friday for more tips, techniques, and secrets to help you become a more compelling working screen actor in demand. If this is your first time here, click subscribe and give the video a thumbs up. And by the way, stick around to the end because I'm giving away some free training that you're not going to want to miss. Also, toward the end, I'm going to reveal the one big reason that many good actors don't pause and don't seize that opportunity to make themselves more compelling on camera. Let's get into it. I have made another video, an earlier video about the power of the pause. I'm going to put a link to it toward the end of this one, and I'm making this one to give you another perspective. This video supplements the other one. In this one, I'm going to give you a simple formula that will help you to remember when to consider using a pause. The formula is the BAD formula. That one word, B-A-D, BAD, you won't forget it. It's too easy, too short. And this is what it stands for when we're talking about pauses. The B refers to pausing before anyone speaks any dialogue in a scene. At the top of a scene, you may enter and you have the first words. What happens if you pause instead of just saying them? The second scenario is after. That means after the other character has said something and you're about to react to them. And you can just say your line the way it's written on the page, or there are some moments when by not saying your line, just being silent and pausing, makes the tension in that scene go through the roof. And the third one is during. And that means during a piece of your dialogue. You may have a run of 4, 5, 6 lines, and it's perfectly okay to just say them without pausing at all. But you may sense that there's a moment when you might stop speaking and you deliberately take a pause. Now, you don't just do this arbitrarily, but there are certain moments when, by doing that, the meaning of that dialogue becomes more intense, becomes more riveting, definitely makes you much more compelling. So that's B-A-D, the BAD formula, before, after, and during. So why not use as an example one of the greatest actors of the 20th century, Al Pacino? And yes, I am going to reference once again the film that changed a lot about filmmaking and certainly launched Pacino's career, 1971, Godfather Part 1. I'm going to show you a short scene, just about 2 minutes long. And the scenario is this. Carlo is Pacino's character, of course, Michael Corleone's son-in-law. No, he's his brother-in-law. He's his brother-in-law. Carlo's married to Michael Corleone's sister. And Carlo has betrayed the family. It's a serious betrayal because it resulted in one of Michael's brothers, Sonny, getting killed. And now Michael is coming into the scene to confront Carlo about it. I'm going to play the scene for you, and what I want you to look for are all three examples. Pauses before Michael speaks, pauses after Carlo speaks and Michael's about to react and respond, and pauses during Michael's dialogue. Here it is.
You have to answer for Santino, Carlo.
Mike, you got it all wrong.
You fingered Sonny for the Barzini people. Ah, that little farce you played with my sister. You think that could fool a Corleone?
Mike, I'm innocent. I swear to kids. Please, Mike, don't do this to me. Mike, don't do this to me, please.
Barzini's dead. So is Philip Tattaglia, Mo Green, Stracci, Cuneo. Today I settle all family business, so don't tell me you're innocent, Carlo. Admit what you did. Get him a drink. Come on. Don't be afraid, Carlo. Come on, you think I make my sister a widow? I'm godfather to your son, Carlo. Go ahead, drink. Drink. No, Carlo, you're out of the family business. That's your punishment. You're finished. I'm putting you on a plane to Vegas. Tom? I want you to stay there. You understand? Mm-hmm. Only don't tell me you're innocent. Because it insults my intelligence. It makes me very angry. Now, who approached you? Tattaglia or Barzini?
It was Barzini.
Good. There's a car waiting for you outside. Take you to the airport. I'll call your wife. Tell her what flight you're on.
I never get tired of watching this film and watching this scene. The film is a complete study in acting. There's so many performances in it. And certainly this short scene, if you take the time to play it again and again and again and study Pacino's technique, how seamless it is, how natural, how easy. In another video that I did about anger, I use this scene again because Pacino is, well, to say he's angry is an understatement. He's enraged, and yet there's no tension in his body. He never once raises his voice, and he never certainly doesn't shout ever, which is, you know, the obvious way of expressing anger. And he takes the time to pause, and as a result, the scene becomes so dangerous. I actually cut out the section at the end of the scene because it wasn't about pausing, but it's when Carlo goes outside and gets in the car to take off for the airport And of course, Clemenza's sitting in the back of the car. And he garrots him, puts a wire around his throat, and kills him. When you look at the scene again, also, I mean, just study Pacino's body language and look at the economy of his movements. All of that is powerful stuff that you can easily incorporate into your work. And when you do, and by the way, yes, this is a very male example. Actresses, these principles are universal. You can use them. The great actresses do. Meryl Streep, Charlize Theron. The list goes on and on and on. So don't underestimate the power of this. And if you're a woman and you feel, this doesn't really talk to me, think again. The power of the pause. Take the time to think about what the pauses are saying, because the pauses are like pieces of dialogue. The pauses are also powerful actions. They're actions or tactics that work on the other character, and they help your character accomplish his or her intention. And certainly in this scene, Pacino's intention is to get Carlo relaxed enough to confess. So he's not threatening to him on the surface. In fact, he's quite gentle to him. The pauses become part of the threat, and they work. Because by the end of it, Carlo admits the truth, and he's weeping. If you've gotten value from this, please leave your comment, your takeaway, in the comment section below. This helps other people to get inspired, and it also helps the video to become more visible to other actors. And if you haven't already subscribed, definitely do it now and give the video a thumbs up. I promise you some free training. On the screen you see a copy of the cover of the ebook I wrote, and it really is an ultimate guide to self-taping. It covers absolutely everything from acting tips to how to achieve the best lighting, the best sound. I give you a list of all of the recommended gear and a complete diagram of the studio setup that I use, that I'm using right now to shoot this video, which you are free to duplicate. And when you do, the quality of your videos is going to jump up to a higher level. So the link to that book is below. It's absolutely free. Download it, go through it, and start applying what you learn there to make your auditions and your performances absolutely stand out from your competition. I also said that toward the end I was going to talk about and reveal why so many good actors avoid pausing. One word: fear. It's a fear, it's an insecurity. We are so afraid that, oh my God, if I don't speak, people are going to think that I forgot my line. I certainly can't do that. Can't do it in an audition. Certainly can't do it on a set. And if that's the case, if you find it hard to be silent for 2, 3, 4 seconds on screen, well, first of all, if you try it and those few seconds feel like an hour, that's a sign that you're nervous about it. You may not use it at all. That's definitely a sign that you're nervous about it. And if you don't use the pause, it could mean one of two things or both. One, you are a slave to your script. Unless a pause is written in there, you're not going to do it. Remember, you don't want to be a slave to the dialogue. You want to honor it but you want to be its master. And it could also mean that you are a slave to what people are going to think of you. You're afraid of being judged and criticized. Well, hey, great if you discover that, because now you can change it. Play around with this. Do some exercises with a camera at home. Do scenes that could work with pauses. Do them without, and then do them with, and see the difference. Once again, share your feedback here on this platform so that other people can get inspired as well. And I will get the pleasure of knowing that you are really growing. Also, you're going to find a link below to my latest online course, Self-Taping Mastery. That takes a much deeper dive into the topic of self-taping. And you have the advantage of having me in every single module, taking you by the hand, step by step. And you have the opportunity to reach out to me at any time with questions that you have that I will definitely answer. Click the link below just to check out what I'm offering. It may not be for you, and if it isn't, that's okay. But check it out, because you're going to discover that I'm offering some incredible bonuses, and one of them is a completely separate course in live auditions. That is, I believe, a 6.5 hour online course. Everything from what to do before the audition, on your way to the audition, in the waiting room, inside with the auditioners, and what to do on your way home. All of those moments really count. Not only so that you can give solid, confident auditions, but to keep you in the game so that you don't rattle and give up. You'll find that link below. And like I said, if it's not for you, no big deal. If it is, I will have the honor to work with you, get to know you better, and be your guide toward greater success in your on-camera acting career. 2021 is winding down. I'm taking a short break. My next video will be on Friday, the 8th of January. Thank you, everyone, for being part of this experience and making this channel possible. I wish all of you the most incredible holiday full of joy, and 2022, may that be a year that exceeds all of your expectations. Once again, thank you from the bottom of my heart, and stay safe. I will see you on the 8th of January.